The excitement is building for the 2028 Summer Olympic Games in Los Angeles. Mayor Karen Bass waving the Olympic flag as she brought it back from Paris after she arrived at LAX. Welcome back. I'm Mark Brown.
I'm Giovanna Lotta. You're watching Eyewitness News at 5, live on ABC 7, Hulu, and wherever you stream. The 2028 Olympics are less than 4 years away, and there are a lot of questions about how the city will prepare.
A lot of venues are going to need some changes, and there is the issue, of course, of LA's homelessness crisis. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Haskell joining us live from the LA Memorial Coliseum with some answers to those questions. Josh?
And Mark and Giovanna, for the 2028 Games, the LA Memorial Coliseum will become the first venue to host the opening ceremony and track and field for 3 Olympics. Organizers say the hardest part is the scale. An Olympic Games is equivalent to putting on 7 Super Bowls a day for 17 straight days. When Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass received the Olympic flag during the Paris closing ceremony Sunday and the flag made its way to Los Angeles, it was the clearest sign yet that in less than 4 years, July 14th, 2028, it's our turn. So how will Los Angeles pull off the 2028 Olympic and Paralympic Games, which will feature 36 sports, the most ever, and welcome approximately 10,500 Olympians, 6,000 Paralympians, and thousands of visitors from around the world?
For 17 days, this will be the most important event in the world that billions of people will watch. And it's incumbent upon us to make sure we as a city and we as a country are at our best.
We need our city to be so much cleaner. We obviously need to deal with homelessness. I would love to see the graffiti changed into murals. So I think about the world coming here, and I think about the challenges in the business community, and especially all smaller businesses that struggled with COVID.
The Olympic events will take place across LA County, which has an estimated homeless population of over 70,000 people. Former Los Angeles City Council member Mike Bonin is concerned LA will follow Paris and move the homeless outside the city during the Games.
Paris moved people into Bordeaux and to other cities around the country. Here, we're at great risk of that same thing happening. There's going to be intense pressure from some of the civic elites and the folks behind LA 28 to just move everybody out of all of Los Angeles. They're not going to want people internationally to actually see homelessness. There is no chance at all that the modernization of LAX would be done by 2028 if it weren't for the Olympics, right? So if we can do it for LAX, we can certainly do it for homelessness.
We need to put our focus on housing Angelenos. And I don't know what the numbers are in Paris, but you can't hide 70,000 people.
Our leaders see the Games as a way to address those issues and leave a legacy that will benefit Los Angeles for decades to come.
We are not changing our city to fit the Olympics. The Olympics are changing to fit our city.
What that means is LA 28 is a no-build Olympics. Existing facilities will be used to house the athletes and host competitions. Some temporary venues will be constructed, but nothing from scratch. And 2 events, softball and canoe slalom, will take place more than 1,000 miles away in Oklahoma City.
What we're going to do down in Long Beach and take advantage of that waterfront that most Olympic cities don't have, right? I mean, in Paris, sailing is in Marseille because that's the closest place to sail. We have a 30-minute drive to sailing. They have a 2-hour flight to sailing. And so LA is truly unique that way. When you have to privately fund and the expectation is to at worst break even at a Games, you can't go build venues for a sport for 2 weeks. It just is illogical. And so it feels weird to move an event to Oklahoma City, I think, for some people, but when you realize it's a 2-hour plane flight, just like Marseille, you have to think outside the box. You take an event like canoe kayak to Oklahoma City or softball, those are sports that people love there. They may get lost in a place like LA.
SoFi Stadium in Englewood will host swimming able to hold 38,000 fans, 20,000 more than the Paris Games, making it the largest swimming venue in Olympic history. Basketball will also take place in Englewood at the brand new Intuit Dome. Gymnastics will be held at Crypto.com Arena downtown, and track and field will return to the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, which will host its 3rd Olympic Games. Skateboarding, BMX freestyle, and BMX racing events will be held in the Sepulveda Basin. Equestrian will take place in Temecula, and cycling and tennis in Carson, to name a few. Some critics say a no-build Olympics is good in theory, but Paris also aimed to be a no-build Olympics, and their budget doubled.
The average Olympics goes over by 172%. So if you look at the estimates of what it would take to host the Olympics in Los Angeles, I think the initial budget was around $5 billion, which, history would tell us it would probably get up to 7, 8, 9 billion. However, a lot of those cost overruns are attributable to facility construction, which in a no-build Olympics you're not going to have. It is, at least in my opinion, a step in the right direction toward a more sustainable and socially conscious hosting of the games.
When the city of Los Angeles agreed to take on the Olympics, we agreed that we would assume the cost. Everybody said there won't be any cost, it's going to be no build, we'll have sponsorships. Now, we have seen since we approved this that a lot of the security decisions are going to be made by a sort of a multi-jurisdictional apparatus that really doesn't care about what Los Angeles's budgetary bottom line is.
I'm worried too. I have to make sure that the games do not hurt us financially.
According to Casey Wasserman, chairman of LA 2028, the Olympic Host Committee is right where it needs to be financially.
We are in as strong a position as an organizing committee has ever been 4 years before an Olympic Games financially. And that's subject to two things. One, we have the best sports economy in the world, the United States, and we have benefited from that. So we sit here today with more contracted revenue than Paris will have in total. And we haven't even thought about selling a ticket yet, let alone sold a ticket. And we're not done selling lots of other things. Haven't sold a t-shirt. The city of LA is not giving us any money. The state of California is not giving us any money. Our budget actually reimburses the city for all incremental expenses as opposed to a normal day in LA versus the Olympics.
And don't miss our report tomorrow, where we will look at transportation and traffic for the games, what the city and organizers plan to do, also what they hope the legacy of the games will be, and let's not forget where they plan to house all of those athletes. Mark and Giovanna.
Josh, speaking of housing, we know Paris built an Olympic village. What is LA planning?
Well, LA is planning on housing all of the athletes on UCLA's campus in Westwood. Usually 16,000 students are housed there. Of course, it will be over the summer, and they say that it is centrally located. It is, of course, easy to secure, and organizers also add it maintains their commitment to a no-build Olympic Games.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel, and download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.